the evolution of Elk Point-Jefferson baseball. It's ramped up pretty quickly. I mean, it's been a build, but it's ramped up this year.
Yeah, we definitely had our best year we've ever had, and goes with our senior class. We had 3 seniors that have been kind of our everything. Tyler Gary and Skylar Swadek and Andrew Neerman. They've done. Tyler and Skylar do most of our pitching. Andrew's been our catcher every game, and to have up that middle pitcher catcher combination seniors, it's definitely shown this year. Our region is always one of the more competitive regions. Dakota Valley, Bonholm, Parkston, Pierceford, Wagner, Vermillion. Anyone in our top 8 really could, do some damage. We just lost to Wagner the other night, and the kid they had thrown is one of the best we've seen all year.
Really? Okay.
So it's going to be a very interesting region tournament, to say the least. The reason why we've been so successful this year and winning, I think we had 5 one-run victories this year, is we've had timely hitting. We've had guys on, got the hits. We've had 1 10-run game this year is all. And I think we've played 5 100-run games. So we've got the big hit when we needed it. We got a few guys that can run. I think we had over 50 stolen bases this year. And then we got a few guys that just put the ball in play too. So our big key in the postseason is going to be keeping up that timely hitting, getting guys on base, and just putting the ball in play. The games we've lost this year, I think we've had 15 strikeouts each. So
okay.
Way too easy for a defense just to watch their pitcher throw. Yeah, the nice thing with the new format is we don't have to worry about anyone down in the DV bracket. We got to win our bracket.
Right.
Anyone can win that bracket, all 4 teams in either side. I know Beersford was ranked in the state for a while, and they're the 8th seed in our region. So
yeah, they're so young. I think they just kind of figured some stuff out, but who knows? They could put a little run together too. So
absolutely.
Let's talk about the region. Your region is crazy, and it could get crazy on Monday, right?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like, especially this year, I don't know if there is a weak team in the region. There's a lot of teams that we maybe Monday. I am not sure what's going to happen, and I guess that's a good thing because it's going to get crazy on Monday, I think.
They're at this time of year, everybody's getting better, so it's hard to gauge. But what do you think about your draw on Wednesday?
I have said this kind of all along that everybody has one in our region. Everybody, even the teams that were eliminated out of the playoffs, everybody has one standout pitcher that can shut down whomever they're facing on that particular night. Where it's going to come into play, the 2 teams that are fortunate enough to win their first game, it's going to come down to those 2, 3, 4 pitchers on who can get guys out in the championship. So I'm fully expecting Ben Neuenhuizen to throw for Miller. He's been their number 1 guy, and has thrown a lot of good games for him this season. So, if you look at the seeds, we're 2, they're 7, but by no means, we're not going to overlook anybody, obviously.
Yeah.
And really, the spring baseball, there's so many other activities. So, sometimes there might be 2 weeks where a team is spread really thin with who they have playing. So, the seeds really don't matter. As long as you can figure out how to get in the top 8 and make it into the playoffs, you're going to have a chance.
Let's talk about some of the strengths of this team. The arms stand out to me. That you guys have been getting some quality innings from the guys, but what do you think the strengths of this team are?
Yeah, all season long, the pitching has definitely carried us. That's from our first game all the way to finishing up the Howard game last night. Our pitching has definitely been strength. About halfway through the season, our hitters finally got comfortable and started peppering the ball around the ballpark a little bit. So that's really been nice to see that pick up. but yeah, we've got, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys that we can run out there and have a lot of confidence in to get guys out.
Tell me just how the season's gone for you.
We've grown a lot. Started the season, we're pretty young. So early on in the season, we had our struggles, especially offensively, a little defensively too. Pitchers struggle to throw some strikes and stuff. But as the season's gone along, our bats have gotten a little better. Our approach has been better at the plate. And then pitchers are doing a lot better job not putting guys on base.
It's going to be competitive to get to state this year, isn't it?
It will be. I mean, we haven't seen T yet, so that'll be the first time tonight. But Lennox and West Central were both kind of dogfights, so they were good games. And it'll be a tough region to come out of for sure.
It's got to be nice to have Jack and Austin pitching the way they are. Just talk about those two guys and what they give you on the mound.
Well, they're both just great team guys, and they're a little different, obviously Austin's older. I mean, he's a junior and Jack's just a freshman, and Austin throws, over 90, and Jack's probably maybe low 80, around 80 or somewhere around there. But both of them compete really hard. Jack, he's throws strikes, has a good curveball now that he's mixing in, and he's super competitive. And Austin's the same way. Both of them are just great guys to have on a team.
What's going to be the key for you guys to make a little run here?
Boy, I would just say just continuing with what we've been doing at the plate lately, is play solid defense. And if our pitchers aren't putting guys on, I think we'll have a chance.
Excellent. Anything else going on in Del Rapids we should know about? I don't know, anything off the wall or different?
Our field hasn't flooded.
Yeah.
We're getting to play. This is the first time we've had high school games on there in a couple of years. So that's I guess been great. Last year, obviously nobody had a season. And the year before that, all our games were on the road. Even our home games were on the road. So being able to practice this year, even I think the last 3 years we had problems with our field and flooding where we weren't even able to practice much. So we were driving to Aurora, South Dakota sometimes to practice. So that's probably been the biggest nice change this year, is we've had a field where we could practice every day and kind of work on things to improve. So
in Region 4, Platte Geddes, Dakota Christian White Lake gets a bye the first round. They had a good season, didn't get a ton of games in, but they're a team that can really hit the ball well. And I think they're a team that could give problems to other teams at state. The other teams to look at in Region 4, Gregory County. They've played Platte Geddes a couple times, really tough. They've got a really good player named Rylan Peck, who's actually hitting .783 this year, slugging over 1,000. And they've got some pitchers as well, and Trey Murray, who leads the team in whip ERA, and Ben Witt leads the team in strikeouts. So those are the two favorites out west. St. Thomas More is also in the mix, and Winter Cologne, always good for a competitive game as well. So those are your teams to look at in Region 4. 2 teams will make it to state. Thanks for watching the Class B State Tournament Preview.